Hello everyone. In this video, we'll going to discuss the module 5, the risk management. So risk means, as usual, it's one of the unpredictable thing which will be going to happens, right? So we can't predict what will happens in the near future, right? It may be in everyday's life the risk will be going to arises, right? And when it comes to the finance sense, so in finance, if the risk means it's a loss which will be going to arise for the investor, right? How the investor will be going to mitigate the risk which will be going to arise for them, okay? Because there will be a different types of risks will be which will be going to arises for the investors, okay? How those will be going to mitigated by them as an investor, okay? In order to know it, this chapter will be in your syllabi, okay? First we have started with the journey of derivatives, introduction, something वगैरह वगैरह, and in second chapter forwards and futures, okay? In those type of a contracts, risk is common, right? And in options also the risk is common, right? So in the process of making an investment in the financial derivatives, how the risk will be going to arises and how it will be mitigated further, okay? That is why this chapter is for you, okay? So let's go with the introduction first. In simple terms, risk is the possibility of something bad happening, okay? Risk involves uncertainty about the effects or implications of an activity with respect to something that humans value, such as health, well-being, wealth, property, or the environment, often focusing on negative undesirable consequences. Risk means it's an unpredictable event, okay? And in different senses the risk meaning will be going to differs, okay? Many different definitions have been proposed for the risk. The international standard definition of risk for a common understanding in different applications is effect of uncertainty on objectives. That is, effect of uncertainty on objectives means if there is any one contract, right? If the loss been arised, okay, then how it can be mitigated or how it can be processed, okay? The understanding of risk, the methods of assessment and management, the descriptions of risk, and even the definitions of risk differ in different practice areas, like, right? That is, the risk meaning means it will differ in business and it will differ in economics, in environment, in finance, in information technology, in health, insurance, safety, security. In these all the avenues, or in these are all the areas, the risk meaning means it is a different thing, okay? In finance sense, risk means loss, right? The international standard for risk management, ISO 31000, provides principles and generic guidelines on managing risks faced by the organizations and individual counterparties. That is ISO 9000, which will be going to provided for certain products. So like that there are different standards, okay? In that ISO 31000 is basically for the risk management, okay? Next we'll move with the meaning of risk management. Risk management is an important business practice that helps businesses to identify, to evaluate, track, and improve the risk mitigation process in the business environment. Risk means nothing but how the risk will be going to arise us. Like that, we need to find out the alternatives, or we need to identify the different solutions. Okay, solutions. There will be solutions for every type of a risk which will be going to arise in the market, right? Whether it may be the financial derivative market, or whether it may be any other kind of aspects. Okay, risk management is practiced by the businesses of all sizes. Small businesses do it informally, while enterprises will be going to codify it. That is, in a small businesses, the risk management is in, it will be in small size. Okay, that is, when it comes to the risk management of investors, we have seen the different kinds of investors, right? Anchor investors, like different kind of investors we have seen. Like that, small investors, medium investors, and large investors, right? So the risk will be going to differ as per the size of the investors as well. Okay, if I am a large investor, then I will be going to take the much risk and much profit I will be going to earn. As we are going to take the risk, like that we will be going to take the profit. Okay, that is a very simple thing, right? That is, higher the risk, higher the profit, lesser the risk, lesser the profit. Okay. Next, the definitions of risk management. According to the International Organization for Standardization, the risk could be defined as a combination of the probability of an event and its consequences. Basically, probability means 50% 50% chances, right? That is, if we toss the coin, then we may get profit, we may get head or tail, right? Like that, in investment avenues, wherever it may be, not in financial derivatives, wherever it may be, there will be a profit or loss. Okay, because in any investment avenues, it will be like a two phases, right? One is profit and another is loss. If an investor is have the profit, then he will be not in a loss. If investor is in loss, then he don't have the profit. There will be only the two things which will come in the financial things. Okay, next is the concept of risk, right? The concept of risk, which will be linked with the market regulation, growth in global trade, and continuing technological developments, have revolutionized the financial marketplace during the past 2 decades. A byproduct of this revolution is increased market volatility, which has led to a corresponding increase in demand for risk management products. That is, here in this paragraph, what they are going to say means, the risk management is continuous process. Okay, we can't stop anywhere, right? So that is what the example there is quoted, that is, in the standardized futures and options products of the 1970s. In the 1970s, what they have got with a risk, that will be mitigated in the year of 1990s. Okay, almost the risk management taken place after the 20 years, right? So like that, the risk management, it will takes time, but if once the proper plan been made for that, then there will be no any problem for the investor to continue in the particular investment avenue. Many products and instruments are often described as derivatives by the financial press and market participants. In this guidance, financial derivatives are broadly defined as instruments that primarily derive their value from the performance of underlying interest of foreign exchange rates, equity, or commodity prices. The last two paragraphs, what says means there are the different products which were there in the derivatives market, that is forwards, futures, options, swaps, those are all, right? So in those are all the avenues, or in those are all the contracts, if the risk been arised, then how they will be going to manage the risk in the most appropriate way. That is what the concept of risk which is going to says. Okay, so there are so many ways which were available in order to manage the risk. Okay, that is in further concepts or in further video you will come to know if particularly liquidity risk been arised for the investor, then how it can be mitigated. Okay, for whatever the type of a risk may arise, there will be a particular solution for every kind of a risk. Okay, this is about the concept of risk. Next is risk management. That is, in earlier classes itself I have told you that the SPAN, that is standard portfolio analysis of risk, it's one of the software which will be going to acts as one of the interface to identify in which contract the risk been arised. Okay, so through this interface we will come to know where the risk is actually been arised. Okay, from that we will be going to get the solution, right? So this SPAN software, that is a standard portfolio analysis of risk, it's been introduced by NSE for the first time in India. After that the BSE also introduced this SPAN. Okay, in the worldwide, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, they have taken the license to provide for other nations also. Okay, so this is the software or interface through which the risk management will be going to managed. Okay, like it will be looks like one software. In that one software, if we are going to put our details, then we will come to know where actually the risk arised. Okay, so this is about the risk management. In further videos we'll see the process of risk management. In this video just we have discussed with the introduction, meaning, definitions, and risk management and the concept of risk. Okay, so all the theory aspects will be discussed in this mode only. In the class I will be going to solve the Black-Scholes and binomial model. Okay, if you have any doubts, you put in a comment box, I'll clear your doubts. Okay, thank you, and subscribe for my channel for further videos as well. Okay, thank you.